Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading, tuning into the day's energies. These readings, for those of you who are new, tend to be about ascension, shadow work. Sure, there are definitely storylines. I tend to look at what blocks are showing up and where we can focus our energy instead. And receiving channel divine guidance for whoever is tuning in. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a group reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like a reading where I tune into your specific energies, you can schedule an appointment for yourself. The link to schedule an appointment is in the description box below. I do tarot readings, but rarely one-on-one. Usually people who come to me want a psychic reading or coaching so we can explore what skills you have and bring those out to the forefront. House healing, business healings, clearing energies from relationships, clearing cords, things like that. It's a lot we can cover. So, all right, let's get into your reading right now. In the past, we've got that Ace of Cups energy, an opportunity for love, an opportunity I feel like this is more an opportunity of loving yourself. This feels like a very internal type of love, opening that heart space, creating space. Something in the past, this could be recent past, that something happened where it feels like you were in your emotions, and so it was really hard to get your own intuitive guidance. I get this feeling that it was really hard to find ground through this emotional block. Looks like this emotional block feels like it was coming up so you could, oh, it's interesting. All these emotions around alone, the energy of alone. I have to do this alone. I do everything alone. I have to do everything myself. Nobody helps me. Those type of beliefs are kind of all around this energy. And it looks like you brought something in the past, brought your attention to all of these lonely energies. And it was brought up so you don't have to feel out in the cold, so you don't feel left out any longer. I think at times when this loneliness energy comes up, Or maybe it's a lot of times you're telling other people around you, I'm lonely, I'm alone, I'm isolated, nobody's here to help me, nobody helps me through these difficult, like those are the beliefs. And it looks like there's this call to go within. So interesting. Call to go within to find your answers so you can work on a different set of beliefs. So you come out of this with a different set of beliefs. People show up when I need them. I'm allowing, maybe that's too big of a leap from I'm alone, I have to do everything on my own. So maybe soften that belief by, I've noticed that people show up. More and more people are showing up when I need them. I'm also realizing that people who are no longer a match tend to leave my experience. There's something here about not attaching to people from that lack picture. Creating connections from that lack space creates a relationship that's based on, I don't want to be alone. Not, we've got this great connection, we've got to explore this, I'm so curious about you, I love getting to know you, this is interesting, I'm liking how I'm feeling here, whether this is a friendship or any type of connection. And that's coming from, I'm curious about this, this is fun, this is exciting, I'm interested in getting to know this person, versus I'm so lonely. I realize this person has some things about them that I'm not too thrilled about, but I'm just so fucking lonely. Sorry, my friend. But yeah, it feels that powerful. Like I'm so separated. And so when someone comes into your environment from that picture, if that's how you're feeling, you might be attracting people who unconsciously or consciously are attracted to lonely energies because they're more dupable. They'll put up with more. There's a lack of willingness to see the red flags or acknowledge the red flags because it's better than being alone. I can deal with this level of toxicity. That's what it feels like. That's whatever this happened in the past was a spring from within of a desire to love yourself and separate yourself from those who you've created a toxic connection from, that picture of lack. So also, it's not that it lets them off the hook as a human, or, but they're not the monster. They're responding to the energy in your space. They don't have other friends, other connections that are healthy. Maybe look, does this person have a lot of people who are in a similar boat? Does that make sense? As that lack picture. Yeah, so this popped out and landed on the floor. So the Two of Cups in reverse. There's a choosing yourself and loving yourself enough to separate you from toxic connections feels like that loneliness, I gotta have someone around me kind of attitude has brought in a lot of people who have gotten under the wire and close to you on those loneliness pictures. So, all right, in your current energy, we've got the Six of Wands. Public success, victory. There's something that you're very passionate about that's that others are noticing as well and celebrating about you. What's interesting is having just read about this loneliness energy and then looking at this success and a public success. It's wild. Like, I feel like having success and in the public in a way is a victory, is something you've asked for, and at the same time it's almost making you feel more isolated. That's interesting. Yeah, there's something emotionally unsatisfying about what you're having a victory in. Excuse me. Something, you're having this public victory, it's amazing, and yet there's something not fully, it doesn't feel emotionally satisfying. It doesn't, but you're staying. Feel like it's something that's not emotionally satisfying you. Maybe it did at some point, but it feels like you're trying to decide if it's something you want to move forward with or not. Maybe it's because you're coming from it, like you have to give so much of yourself and you're not getting anything in return. Maybe, ooh, whatever this is, something you're really good at that at least lately has not been emotionally fulfilling, but you're not walking away. You feel kind of stuck in it, and that you're sacrificing yourself. And it's interesting because something about this victory, the success, there are people involved, but there's some kind of distance, so it doesn't feel like you're connecting with the people. It doesn't feel like you're connecting with the people, and it does have to relate with something to do with this isolated energy. I'm alone energy. These came out as challenges. The challenge, some challenges you're having right now is how you perceive friends and friendship, your relationship with friends. It looks like you're questioning what friendship is, what friendship means to you, what you want to give for connections and what you want to receive. There might be this judgment on friendships, or at least a judgment is you're looking at these beliefs around connection. That alone energy especially. Feels like this is really being stirred up, shaken, stirred, whatever, however you like your drink. It's coming up to be looked at to what? It's coming up now to release, like shift your beliefs around what connections mean to you, what you want in a connection, what you can give honestly in connections. This feels like a lot of internal work. So right now it might be in a real energetic level. You might not be ready to really think about these things, but it feels like it's bubbling up. This is what the energy, what's coming up to be looked at. Some of you are in some new energies, and so it's going to take some while. This isn't something you're going to figure out this afternoon and write it all down and then go. It's like you're, it feels like it's unraveling in your experience. That people and situation and circumstances are going to unfold in your experience so you can find out, so you can learn more about yourself, about what it is that you want, what it is you're looking for in a connection. There's no book of how to have, this is your own book, personalized. So nobody, you have to do the work kind of thing. I think right now you might be what's interesting is I feel like right now you might be self-isolating, not seeking out others as much so you can, feels like you're cutting people off in situations energetically first, kind of letting them slip away before you make any solid decisions. The center of your reading is the Page of Wands in reverse. Not taking steps towards something, not moving forward, not taking action on something. That's kind of what I'm reading so far. Is this is a spiritual thing that's happening. Spiritual meaning energetic, vibrational. Vibration first. So this shift is happening on a vibrational level, and it will start kind of leaking out into your experience, into your thoughts, words, and deeds. Right now, you're detaching from all that toxic energy, toxic, addictive. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that loneliness thing, that I'm alone. I do things all by myself. I have to do things all by myself. I've always done things all by myself, like those kind of beliefs, that I'm alone. And then there's also this desire not to be alone, and I need people. I'm so lonely. I'm lonely. I need help. And so that is through that picture, it's pulling in people with addictions, codependency issues. And so that might have been a coping strategy for feeling alone, is pulling in someone who, at first it feels this is better than being alone. But over time, they're just depleting your energy. There's something it's okay to be alone. How can you reframe it and give yourself time to be by yourself so you can clear everybody's energy out of your space, have a little energetic detox? Maybe some of you are detoxing physically or drawn to it, thinking about it, or yeah, wow. Okay, you're not moving forward with any of that toxicity, none of that lying. I'll take that as a confirmation. It's like your higher self is, this is go time. This is separating old you and old patterns. It's like you're birthing the new you. That's what that is. You're birthing the new you, and these old toxic connections and lie energy is not coming with you. Your challenge right now is the Eight of Swords. Getting caught in your head, getting trapped in your thoughts, trying to think your way out of a spiritual vibrational issue is it's not going to work. Let go of your thoughts. They're just thoughts. Sometimes I realize when I'm getting stuck in my thought, I'm trying to figure something out, and I get kind of addicted to, I need to figure this out. And I've talked about this a lot, that type of energy, that type of in my head, I need to figure out, I'm waiting for an answer. Your crown chakra stays at the question, the vibration of the question. And so you just figure out more questions. There's a need to pause and release thought to create space in that crown chakra so new energies, new light can hit your crown chakra, and you can have a new idea at the vibration of the answer, not staying at the vibration of the question. So I think taking this time to consciously be alone. I am consciously taking this time for myself, to love myself, to care for myself, to get rid of any inner critic with those nasty things that an inner critic says to you. Be kind to yourself. Be a friend to yourself first. Maybe that's the first step here that you're wanting to show. Is it started with that Ace of Cups, and I was reading that was a self-love. Maybe all of this is about, first I need to know how to love myself and truly love myself. I love myself enough to not allow toxic people around me. I love myself enough to realize when I'm carrying toxic beliefs and perpetuating toxic patterns, I love myself enough to admit that, to see that within myself, and to seek healing and change. I love myself enough that I'm not going to lie to myself and say, I don't see the red flags. I love myself enough to know that addictions and codependency is helpful at first. It is. But it is, the returns are diminishing. And so in the end, you end up in a worse off place. I love myself enough that I'm willing to feel those feelings of loneliness and know that I'm moving to a stronger place where I love myself, where I can have victory and celebrate with everybody and feel like I belong. It's very powerful. This is as difficult as these energies are to navigate. And I just want to let you guys know, if you're having difficulty in current energies, you're not alone. You're not alone. It's like the energies are getting bigger and creating more room for change. So, all right, I hope this was helpful. Thank you all so much for your kind comments of support, supporting me. That's so nice of you. I love doing these readings, and I love reading your supportive comments and seeing how this hit you in the comments. And thank you all for liking this video. And if you haven't, subscribing so I can grow this channel and reach more people so we can find more of us that are resonating. So, all right, take care. Bye.